Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do my everyday foundation routine. You know, whenever I'm wearing makeup and I want to put on some foundation, this is what I do pretty much every time. So I've definitely changed a couple products. I've changed some of the tools that I use to apply my foundation. And so I wanted to show you guys what I do for my foundation. So if you want to see it, keep on watching. The very first thing that I've done, even before I put on any primer or any foundation, I applied my moisturizer, and I still use the Philosophy Renewed Hope in a Jar Dry. And I love it. Actually, I'm almost out of it and I need to get more, but I have been absolutely loving it. So always moisturize before you put on any foundation or any makeup, because when your skin is more hydrated, everything applies a lot better. And I am so sorry for my voice. I don't know why it's so hoarse, but we're gonna just ignore the man voice and just keep on going. For primer, I was in Sephora when I picked up my sister Corey's birthday present, and I just saw, while you're waiting in line and there's all those cute little sample sizes and travel sizes, you just can't walk by that and not get something. So I've used the Benefits Professional before, and I really liked it, but it's expensive, so I just was kind of like trying to avoid that. But I did get the little travel size, and I definitely gonna need to purchase this. It's just awesome. So use whatever primer you want to use, but I love the Professional primer from Benefit, and I don't know, I just love how it smooths out my entire face, the texture, and I just kind of put it all over. It's just awesome. It really does make the application of your makeup so flawless. Something that I'll do is I'll pat it, kind of press it into my skin so that it really gets in there. Now, something that you're going to want to do is definitely make sure that you give yourself enough time for your primer to set. When you just immediately go in with foundation, it's not allowing your primer to do its job. So just wait like a couple minutes, or at least until it's not tacky, and then you can move on to your foundation. Now that my primer is ready, I am going to be using my new favorite foundation ever. And the great thing is that it's drugstore, so it's very affordable. It is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Buildable Luminous Foundation, and I absolutely love this foundation. It's what I've been looking for when in the wintertime my skin's dry and I want something very hydrating and very luminous, and this is exactly the product for me. I absolutely love it, and I don't know, I just think it's awesome. If you have never tried it, I would advise you to try it. It's awesome. To apply my foundation, I used this product many times before, but somehow I lost it. I just used what I had until I was able to repurchase it again, or when I really felt like I wanted to repurchase it again. And so I'm gonna be using my beauty blender. Sorry that it's dirty. It is what it is, but it's the perfect way to apply foundation, in my opinion. I feel like, yes, some foundations are better to use with a brush, but I feel like if you want it to be a very hydrated and luminous look, using a beauty blender with, when it's damp, it allows you to make your foundation look a lot more hydrated and very moisturized. And I don't know, I feel like when I apply my foundation with a beauty blender, I just feel like it looks so flawless and very natural. So that is why I'm gonna go back in with my beauty blender. I absolutely love it. I don't know why I didn't have it for the longest time. So I'm going to now apply this with my beauty blender and just start to dab it all over my face. Then I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer in Light Warm, and I love this concealer. This concealer is my ride or die concealer. It completely just covers up all my dark circles, and it doesn't look cakey, and especially when you apply it with your beauty blender, oh my gosh, it just makes your whole face just look flawless. Like you didn't even apply anything. It's awesome. And I want to say too that if you don't bring your concealer into your inner corner, that's the darkest place. So if you don't cover that up, it's not going to help with your under eyes and just kind of making your whole face wake up and your eyes awake. So make sure that you always get on your inner corner to help balance it all out. And I always bring it up onto my eyelid because I just feel like I have like kind of all my little veins and everything. Alright, so now that I've done my concealer and my foundation, I now have been trying lately the whole baking thing, and not gonna lie, I kind of love it. So I'm going to be using, and I actually recently picked this up, it's the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and I'm going to be using this to bake under my eyes because this is kind of what it's meant for, is under your eyes. And I'm just gonna take a little sponge, just a little makeup sponge to help apply the powder under my eyes. And to be honest, I'm really not very familiar with the whole baking thing, but basically this is just supposed to basically take setting your under eye concealer to a whole nother level. So I don't even know if I'm doing it right. I'm just kind of mimicking what I've seen, but it's supposed to really set your under eye concealer and just be amazing. So I've been trying it lately. I really like it, to be honest. I think that it really brightens up my under eyes even more. But yeah, I don't know if I'm doing it right, guys. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna try anyway. So, you know, YOLO. All right, so while the whole term why it's called baking is because you let it sit and bake on your under eyes or wherever for a couple minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let that go and just set the rest of my face, and I'm just gonna be using my powder brush from Real Techniques. I finally got my big face powder brush, so I'm excited about that. I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier setting powder, my loose setting powder. So I'm just gonna go in and just kind of take a little bit of that and set the rest of my face. Okay, so now that I've let this bake for a little bit, I'm just gonna take my tapered highlighter F35 brush and just kind of dust it away. And it's just gonna leave my under eyes just ready to go. So now I'm gonna go in with some, just to bring some warmth back into my face because I know I am so pale. I just wanna give a little bit more of warmth back into my skin, and so I'm going to be using, do a little bit of contouring, even though I totally don't do it right, but you know, I attempt, and it's in the attempt, right? So I'm just gonna be using the Real Techniques sculpting brush, and I recently picked this up, and I feel like it's made it a little bit easier for me. I don't know, someone needs to show me how to do this because even though I look up tutorials, I feel like I still don't achieve the look that I want, but whatever, it's fine. And I'm gonna just use L'Oreal True Matches powder and in Nut Brown, and I'm just gonna use this to contour because I'm actually out of bronzers, and I'm just trying to just kind of like spread out my purchases a little bit because I kind of have been buying some things recently. So until I can get a new bronzer, I'll just use this. I've seen many people use just darker powders, and so I'm just gonna do that. Sometimes I'll just kind of go in and just kind of take that powder brush and just kind of blend it out a little bit, make sure it looks even and not too crazy. I'm gonna go in with a blush, and I'm just gonna use my blush brush, the large angled contour brush, F40 brush from Sigma, and I have been loving just kind of putting on some of my Tarte's Glisten blush. I kind of go back and forth. Just this really pretty coral gold blush. I don't know, I really love it. It brings some nice warmth and glow back into my cheeks, so I'm gonna concentrate this more above my contour and then just a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. And so now I'm finished with my foundation. I'm just gonna do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. So that is it for my foundation routine. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you have any other ideas of videos that you would like to see, just comment down below and let me know. And I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.